Given recent events such as the elimination of prayer in council meetings, please offer your reflection on this issue.
I'm sorry.
I think Mike is the first. I think I did.
Okay. First of all, prayer has not been eliminated in Akron City Council. The history of this would take longer than I have to talk about it. But really quickly, the Lord's Prayer was the opening prayer for Akron City Council for many years. And there were objections to that were brought from various other segments of the community, non-Christian segments of the community, that was a Christian prayer. So now we open the meeting with different pastors and different people come to open the meeting with prayer. So we still have prayer. Now, council has, over the years, when we changed from the Lord's Prayer, we had prayer in the Lord's Prayer in the back room before we would come out for the meeting. And frankly, that went well for a number of years. However, going back to the civility issue in question, there were times when we would all pray and then would walk through that door like there wasn't a prayer said in the back. So some of us have, based on the hypocrisy of individuals who would pray with you and then mistreat you on the other side of the door, we don't participate in that. Many of us don't participate in that prayer. But I want to tell you, I love the Lord. And he has gotten me through 28 years of Akron City Council and some, frankly, in a hostile environment. So God will walk in with me on January 1st next year, 2016.
I was disappointed also to see that they had discontinued that, but with the threat of a lawsuit. And I had mentioned this earlier before. My faith has guided me for 52 years. And one of my favorite poems or writings is when, the footsteps in the sand, when you see somebody carrying you. Well, each and every day I remember that. As council and the mayor's office, to me, are co-equal branches. With that civility and that respect, I would like to see them reinstituted. I know that there's a legal issue involved there that they may not win. I'd like to see them do that on a voluntary basis. It cannot be from an edict on high. There's other edicts on high that we have to listen to, but I don't think the edict from the mayor to tell them that they have to pray. I would hope that they would, at some particular point, is reflect in silence about what they're supposed to do, and that's, the people's work. Any suggestions or being able to do that, I would hope to be able to participate in that too. It's important, I think. But it's also it's also important to respect other people's space and what they may not or what they may believe. So,
I agree that with a lot of what Mr. Williams said. But first and foremost, I will let everyone know that God is the light of my life. He guides my choices. And one of the things that I believe when we talk about civility, yes, those council members who want to join together and pray, because when you have someone who is, when you have someone who's guided by Christian principles, yes, we can pray and for God to give us the strength and the wisdom to be strong in our viewpoints, but never should it get personal. It should always remain professional, because with each of the ward councilmen have different agendas and constituents that are driving their agendas, but I think at the end of the day, they want to do what's best for the city of Akron. Prayer is necessary. We are a country that's built on Christian principles, and I don't see why we can't do that as the politicians that are in here.
Okay. Next question. Sure. Oh yeah, we can get a flag. Let's find out what we need clarity for.
I raised a flag when I hear that, and I want to be clear. I want the audience to be clear. Is it the hypocrisy in council that people do not want to pray before they come out in council? Is it the hypocrisy? And I will say, as that question, if it is the hypocrisy, I am disturbed that we have hypocrisy all over the place. We deal with it every Sunday. So if we're not praying in council because of the hypocrisy, I think that we should know that that is the reason and not because of religious differences. So I would ask for clarification on that.
First of all, we do pray. Every meeting begins with a prayer. We have had people from different faiths open up the prayer, open up the meeting, which I think is actually beneficial to everyone, because we live in a diverse society with various beliefs, and I am a strong supporter of other people and their beliefs. And you know, someone burning a Quran upsets me as much as somebody burning a Bible. That's someone's holy book, and we should all be standing up and objecting to anyone who does those kinds of things. Now, so we have prayer. Every Monday, we open up City Council with prayer. Now, I will say that the majority, because we live in a majority Christian community, we have had majority Christian prayers. But we have had other. Matter of fact, we had a naturalist came in and opened up the meeting. So,
all right, why don't we let